Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the daily cricket show. As usual, I'll be a bit late here, for which I do apologize due to my commitments here. Well, dear fans and subscribers, as far as this cricket happening show is concerned, two matches. One is we are all talking about T20 fixtures. The first of the T20 match of the series, which was played between Sri Lanka and Pakistan, and this particular match was played at in Abu Dhabi, and Pakistan once again showed their ascendancy over T20 as well as they put off Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in a very low scoring match, I would say. So so that is something that I'll be talking about, and also and as you know, the Sri Lanka Pakistan, it's a three-match series, three T20 they are going to play, and Pakistan have already taken the lead in the first match. And as far as the two-match T20 series, which is happening between Bangladesh and South Africa, even though they didn't have their they had actually put together a second string team as far as the bowling was concerned, but the bowlers did a good job. But one has to credit Bangladesh for not really allowing South Africa to win easily, even though they lost the match only by a margin of 20 runs, with some aggressive batsmanship being shown by the Bangladeshi batsmen, especially Soumya Sarkar, Imrul Kais at the top of the order. So I will come to that as well. And then there was a very unique record which was set in New Zealand first class history, and this was something that I would just like to briefly share. So let's start off with the first T20 between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. The toss was won by Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka had no hesitation in actually, in fact, Pakistan was the one, I'm sorry for that. So Pakistan won the toss and they put the Sri Lankans in, and the Sri Lankans definitely, it was a real struggle for them. So once again, Usman Khan was there, and Usman Khan, before that, Munawira was the first to go. Imad Wazim starting bowling operations along with Usman Khan. In fact, Imad Wazim was given the new ball, and Imad Wazim responded for his captain Sarfraz by actually dismissing Munawira by clean bowling him for naught. So that was wicket number one. And then we saw a partnership which happened between the return of Mahesh, the Gunatilaka, as you know, Gunatilake and Samara Vikrama were at one end, and they slowly started changing the situation for Sri Lanka, but with a very brief partnership of 29 runs before Usman Khan, who actually floored them in the final one-day international with 5 wickets, came in and picked up the wicket of Gunatilaka, who returned after a ban due to poor discipline, as you would know. And Gunatilaka was caught by Sarfraz Ahmed behind wickets. All the bowling of Usman Khan for 18 of 11 balls with 3 fours. Samara Vikrama was joined by Priyanjan. We saw a lot of players from Sri Lanka actually returning back to Sri Lanka, and Ashan Priyanjan's wicket was claimed by Shadab Khan for 12 of 20 deliveries. Mahelo Duvate, who also made a comeback, was LBW bowled Mohammad Hafiz for 8, and Samara Vikrama, who really was the joint highest scorer along with Sekuge Prasanna, contributed 23 of as many balls, 2 fours before Fahim Ashraf found the target by clean bowling him. Udavate, as I said, LBW bowled Hafiz for 8 of 9, 1 boundary. Patirana was caught and bowled Hassan Ali, and there was no momentum at all in the innings. And besides, they kept on losing wickets on a very, very regular basis. Shanaka could not even contribute anything. He was out for zilch, stumped by Sarfraz Ahmed with the bowling of Mohammad Hafiz. Sekuge Prasanna did what Samara Vikrama did by getting the saving something for Sri Lanka to actually get them past the 100 mark. His contribution being unbeaten, 23 of as many balls with 2 sixes. Tisra Pereira fell a victim to Usman Khan. Hassan Ali wrapped up the tail. Vishwadana was bowled by Hassan Ali. Vikram Sanjaya also lost his wicket, Hassan Ali. And the Sri Lankans were all out for just 102 runs. And as far as the bowling, as far as the bowling was concerned, well, I can say that you know it was done very well as far as the bowling was concerned. Imad Wazim 1 for 26. Usman Khan actually got the man of the match award. 4 overs no more than 220. Bowled tight. He was bowled with some good pace and really impressed a lot. Hassan Ali 3.3 overs no more than 23 runs and 3 wickets. Fahim Ashraf 2 overs 1 for 6. Shadab Khan 3 overs 1 for 14. Mohammad Hafiz 2 overs 1 maiden 10 runs and 2 wickets. Now Pakistan were given a target of 103 runs to win the match. They did not have a good start as Vikum Sanjaya clean bowled. He was the best of the bowlers according to me in the Sri Lankan bowling camp, as Fakhar Zaman lost his wicket. He was clean bowled by Sanjaya for 6 of 10 deliveries, and the next to go was Babar Azam. Babar Azam attempting attacking stroke to the spin of Patirana, Sachin Patirana, and Babar Azam was stumped by Samra Vikrama behind the wicket. Samra Vikrama was the wicket keeper who did duty today, did the wicket keeping duties. He was gone for 1, and Ahmed Shahzad, after making 22 of 32 balls, 1-4, also left the scene, caught behind by Samra Vikrama, the wicket keeper of the bowling, Vikum Sanjaya of 22, which made the score 64 for 3, but there was nothing to be alarmed about because they had 2 experienced blokes in the middle who saw to it they nurtured this Pakistan innings to victory. Shoaib Malik not out on 42 of 31 balls, 4 fours. Mohammad Hafiz not out on 25 of 23 balls, 3 fours. Nurtured them to victory and gave them a 1-0 lead in the T20 series. As far as the bowling was concerned, as I said, Vikum Sanjaya was impressive, 4 overs no more than 220. Munawira 1 over for 5 runs. Patrana 4 overs 1 for 25. Ishru Udana bowled 3 overs for 18, the left arm seamer. Prasanna 3 overs none for 17. Pereira 2 overs none for 14. And Dasan Shanaka just bowled 2 balls for 3 runs. Usman Khan was named man of the match. So Pakistan taking a 1-0 lead in the T20 series against Sri Lanka. Now, the next match that I'm going to look at is the first T20. This is the 2-match T20 series, and South Africa won it. So just looking at it, it was the toss was actually won by South Africa, and South Africa had no hesitation in batting first. And as far as the South African batting was concerned, Quinton de Kock was really going like a train. He was really hitting the ball from the sweet part of the bat. But Mehdi Hassan Miraz, who has been so far the right arm off spinner and all-rounder, who has been so far having a tough time in South Africa, as you would know, in the test matches and in the ODIs, was the one who actually struck, and he picked up a big wicket, that of Hashim Amla, by getting him clean bowled for 3 of 4 deliveries. That was wicket number 1, 18 for 1 in the second over. Quinton de Kock, as I said, was smoking the ball beautifully to all corners of the field. A.B. de Villiers joined in, and then, as you know, when A.B. de Villiers strides in, suddenly there was a big infusion of runs. From 2 overs where they were 18 for 1, the score at the 10th over read 97 for 1. So basically, one could imagine what was the tempo of run making there when 2 exciting stroke makers were in the middle. One is the great A.B. de Villiers, and the other one is the strokeful Quinton de Kock, as runs started to really flow and the score reached 97. And then A.B. de Villiers, now again Mehdi Hassan Miraz, also picked up another big wicket today, and that was the wicket of A.B. de Villiers. But after A.B. de Villiers had pounded 49 of just 27 balls, which included 8 wonderful boundaries. After that, Duminy came in. Came in and really showed some bit of clout here by clouting a 6. And then Shakib Al Hasan picked up his wicket. He was gone for 13 of 10 deliveries with 1-6. And then Quinton de Kock, after smashing 59 of 44 balls with 5 fours and 1-6, departed. LBW bowled Rubal Hussain, and then finally there was still some batting. There was still some oomph left in the South African lineup. David Miller was there. He contributed an unbeaten 25, 19, that is 1-4 towards the end. Behardine was the one who really hurt the Bangladeshi bowlers a lot with some real biffing, as he finished on an unbeaten 36 of just 17 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes, and South Africa reached a very good total, one thought, of 195 for 4, and eventually, as we see at the end of the match, it was South Africans who were the victors, even though Bangladesh really gave them a real, not fright I would say, but definitely didn't allow them to win easily. Shakib Al Hasan, 3 overs 1 for 28. Marius and Miraj, it was good to see that he got 2 important wickets for Amla and de Villiers. 4 overs no made in 231. Rubeles in 4 overs 1 for 34. Taskin Ahmed did not bowl his full quota. His 2 overs went for 21. Shafiul Islam was doubly costly. His 2 overs was slammed for 33 runs. Mohammad Saifuddin bowled 2 overs for 20, and Mahmudullah 3 overs, none for 23. So basically they used 7 bowlers in their effort to curb the South African scoring. Bangladesh were given a target of 196 runs to win from 20 overs, and definitely it was a tall task for them. But the way Soumya Sarkar and Imrul Kais started, in fact Imrul Kais actually, they went off to a breezy start, I would say, compared to the chase which started with Imrul Kais actually slamming a 6 of the bowling. I thought it was of Dane Patterson. Soumya Sarkar, in fact Imrul Kais did not hit a 6, but it was Soumya Sarkar who actually hit a wonderful 6 into the deep, and he was stroking the ball beautifully, and runs were really coming in thick and fast as the score reached 43 in the 4th over. So it was pretty good going by the standards, as you know, they were definitely requiring a run rate of 9.75, and this is something that they had to do. And as you know, it was the power play overs. They really took advantage of that, but then Buran Hendricks was the one who actually provided the breakthrough by getting rid of Imrul Kais, caught by Miller for 10 of 11 dealt with 1-4. Soumya Sarkar continued, but Shakib Al Hasan fell a victim to Robbie Freiling, and Robbie Freiling was, if I'm trying to see whether he was making, yes, he was making his T20 debut today, and on his T20 debut, what a wicket to get. His maiden wicket being none other than the Bangladeshi captain Shakib Al Hasan, and that was a big wicket, 13 of 8 balls with 3 fours. Soumya Sarkar really entertained with a very, very sweet knock of his, where I thought Bangladesh were doing well when Soumya Sarkar was at the crease, and Soumya Sarkar's contribution being 47 of 31, 5 fours and 2 sixes before the metronomic or the accurate Phil Kwai, the all-rounder, nipped Soumya Sarkar LBW, and that was a wicket that South Africa definitely wanted because he was really looking very good at the crease. Mushfiqur Rahim could only make 13 of 8 deliveries with 1-4 and 1-6, falling a victim to the spinner Aron Fangiso. Sabir Rahman tried his bit by hitting 2 sixes in a knock of 19 of 16 balls, but Hendricks picked up his wicket. Mahmudullah unfortunately could not do much. He just was out for just 3 runs to Felakwayo, and it was only because of Mohammad Saifuddin that they really gave a chase, and in the final over Saifuddin hit 15 runs, got 15 runs of the over of Patterson, but Mohammad Saifuddin was not out on 39 in a losing cause of 27 balls, 3 fours and 1-6. Marius and Miraj was bowled by Patterson for 14 of 8 dealt with 1-4 and 1-6. Taskin Ahmed was LBW bowled Patterson for not of 1 ball. Shafiul Islam falling a victim to Freiling, and Rubeles was not out on 2. And what Bangladesh did, I thought, was still a good thing that they did, because they did not allow South Africa to win so easily. As I said, Soumya Sarkar really set the tone, but unfortunately they couldn't go the distance, and the Bangladeshis lost the match by 20 runs. They made 196, so it's 21 runs. The bowling, Dane Patterson, 4 overs 229. It was good bowling from the South Africans. Buran Hendricks, 4 overs no made in 242. Freiling on his debut was a bit costly, but nevertheless he picked up 2 good wickets, especially Shakib Al Hasan's wicket was a big boost for Robbie Freiling. 4 overs no made in 233. Felakwayo, the metronomic or the accurate, whatever you call it, 4 overs no made in 225. Dumini 1 over, which cost him 15, and that was the one in which Saifuddin actually smoked Dumini in the final over. Fangiso 3 overs, 1 for 30. and the man of the match going to A.B. de Villiers for his knock. So that is as far as these two matches were concerned. Now, just one piece of cricket news, and this piece of cricket news I would like to share. This is coming in from New Zealand. As you know, the other day there was one record which was set by Michael Papps, scoring a triple century, as you would remember, becoming the first Kiwi player to actually score a triple century, something of the sort. But today, what happened, and the reason I'm talking about this, is we are talking about the Plunket Shield, and in the Plunket Shield there was an young batsman by the name Brad Schmulian. This was he was playing for Central Districts, so the match was played between Central Districts and Northern Districts. And Central Districts, this bloke, the debutant named Brad Schmulian, was making his first class debut. And what he did is he broke an existing record. I mean, I would say if you look at it, it says that he broke a 136-year-old record in New Zealand cricket, in New Zealand first class cricket, as no one before George Watson was the one who held the record for making 175 on debut, but that was back in I don't know what to say, it was probably centuries ago, 1880-81 season, and no one has ever scored a double century on debut in first class cricket. But this bloke, Brad Schmulian, who was playing for Central Districts, did something which was never done in New Zealand cricket before, New Zealand first class cricket, and that was to score a double century on first class debut. He's 203. He got 203 of 207 deliveries, and it included 31 fours and 3 sixes. And so that was something. So Schmulian was the man who did it, and that was the reason I would like to share it. The match ended in a draw between Northern Districts and Central Districts. But definitely, something which has been never done in New Zealand cricket, if this bloke has gone and scored a double century on test debut, that should definitely be something in this bloke. To me, it tells me that this bloke might once play for New Zealand for sure in the future, because as I said, no one has ever scored a double century in first class cricket in New Zealand on debut. So that's the precise reason I feel this bloke is something really special, and one really hopes that Brad Schmulian on one of these in the future definitely dons New Zealand colours in international cricket. Well, wish him well, and well done, Brad Schmulian. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. It's good night from here.